At UFC 290, former President Donald Trump showed politics and sports have always mixed, and they do so with ease. The man who tried overthrowing the 2020 election with multiple cases against him received a first-class escort with UFC president giddily by his side. Once he sat cage-side to take in the action, he pointed to his right. The man waiting in the wings, podcast host Joe Rogan. Hand extended, all smiles, bowing his head to Trump. Behind him is John Anik, play-by-play man of the UFC broadcast, and former champion Daniel Cormier. Jason Miller, an aide to the former president, took this video, which he captioned, "Game, recognize game." Miller has a story of his own. The allegations against him were explosive in 2018.
Jason Miller in 2012 secretly spiked a different woman's drink with an abortion pill after learning she was pregnant following their affair.
Regardless, many in the MAGA movement are now clamoring for a Trump-style appearance on Rogan's show. There was more. Trump and Roger Stone mingled with woman abuser and profound anti-Semite Mel Gibson. In addition, cage-side was Guy Fieri, chopping it up with Donald Trump. Some fans were surprised. Well, this is disappointing. I liked Guy Fieri. But what this tells me about who he is on a personal level and his ethics and morals really bothers me. Why would he be caught talking and smiling with Trump? That's horrible. Ew. And to that I say, really? This man hangs out with a dude who grifted his whole music career, a guy that sets up cases of beer cans and can't hit the target, with Republicans as weapon of choice, the AR-15. One angle to watch here is how much Roger Stone hates Joe Rogan. His tweet would read, "I saw Joe Rogan in Las Vegas. He was wearing a really nice suit. I wonder what it would cost in a man's size. Hashtag tiny, short, gutless." Why exactly? I have a thought.
He's such a polarizing figure that so many people felt like they could abandon their own ethics and morals and principles just to attack him and anybody who supports him because he is an existential threat to democracy itself. And by the way, I'm not a Trump supporter in any way, shape, or form. I've had the opportunity to have him on my show more than once. I've said no every time. I don't want to help him. I'm not interested in helping him.
Rogan said this of Trump. Not before anyone rushes to Rogan's defense and says, "Wow, good for you, Joe." Understand how awful this human being is. On various topics, many topics, including his endorsement for the upcoming election, which was given to Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. In addition, on one episode of the Joe Rogan Experience, the host and UFC commentator heard comedian Tom Segura tell a story of Trump's son-in-law Jared Kushner sandwich bad news with two compliments about the POTUS to keep him engaged, otherwise Trump would be bored. Of course, Rogan said he's a man, baby.
You know, thing.
Yes.
Saying the word
You've already said D is just like saying she's calling you it's like this boy that he's and starts calling them word. There should be a word like, especially like the word that's about. He says guy and they're saying allowed to use the word out the word he couldn't say.
When video of Rogan saying the N-word over and over and over and over again in previous episodes, Trump offered his support to Joe. The former pres said in February the embattled Spotify host should stop apologizing. Trump claimed the media and Democrats had forced Rogan to look weak and frightened by apologizing, not, the racism. These are likely just a few of the public pillars Roger Stone clamors towards in his hatred of Joe Rogan.